Hey, welcome back to TLB Talk.
Welcome back.
Episode, I forgot the number actually.
Episode 8.
Eight. You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? I want to say 9, but okay.
It's
Episode
8.
Okay, episode 8. Anyway,
Wow.
welcome back. New fun topic this week, new thing for everyone who's joining us in Korea, maybe. Or like coming visit in Korea, right?
Yeah. We like to talk about common social things in Korea, but maybe not in your country, or maybe it's the
How
same in
to
your
behave,
country.
right?
How to behave?
I mean,
No?
like what you do, what you don't, in a way, kinda, no?
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah,
Kinda,
it's like yeah, or what people do here that you
Like-
maybe don't do, and
common
you-
social behavior.
yeah,
Yeah, things like
do's
that.
and don'ts. My one sounds more fun. Do's and don'ts, and what you do and don't do. No, it's nice. It sounds good. It's like it's easier to understand. Do's and don'ts from other people's.
No, it's
thing.
just common social behavior. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
So-
Okay. It's not in particular order, right? We just
No, just-
wrote down stuff and then like, what do we have? We have, for example, numero uno.
Stop saying numero uno.
I don't know. I got used to it.
Personal questions are very normal here. So we ask things that you maybe think is like maybe too private, or maybe, when you meet somebody for the first time, you don't ask these questions, but we do. Like, for example, like, how old are you? Where do you live? If you're foreigner, what visa are you holding? Like,
Yeah,
things like this.
really quite in detail, like personal question, but in detail.
Yeah.
you know?
And you will be quite surprised because some people even ask, how much do you pay for rent? Like things like this. Like, because I've been asked as well when I came back from New Zealand, and I was like, that's very personal, but
They'll ask many personal things, like really in detail. And it's like, I don't know what to say first time, right? Because it's like you met somebody, a stranger ask you this,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, normally my reaction would be more like, it's none of your business, and it's actually here also none of their
but
business.
you've been very kind as well. You
Sometimes,
Yeah.
well, it depends on who it is or something,
Yeah.
because if somebody stranger comes up to me or something, it's like, well, it's really none of your business, you know what I mean?
Oh, do you remember we went to a dermatologist? I thought it was a little bit inappropriate because she said like, oh, what visa is he holding? Is he holding legal visa? And then
Yeah,
I was
I
like, really?
Yeah, I know. What a weird question.
Yeah, because like what type of visa is he holding? And actually she doesn't have to ask that kind of question. And then she said, is it illegal or legal visa? And I was like,
Yeah, I
it
know.
was so strange
I
that
know,
she
like
asked.
the weirdest thing,
I know,
like
and especially from a doctor,
yeah, I know, and like I guess it's like what kind of I mean it's none of a business as well, right? It's like I don't know. It's like yes, it's
So
like it's a
weird.
legal visa, like that's it. That end of story, I guess, But that's a common thing.
Yeah.
That's a common thing, right? Here happens quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Like even just like in the supermarket or something like this, you bump into somebody or like you just start conversation or whatever, and then all of a sudden they hit you with
Where you from?
where you from or
Last time, I think in a cafe, there was a lady like kept looking at you, and then you're like, okay, the lady's looking at me, and then I said, okay, and then
I get that a lot.
you get a lot of looks.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot of looks. I mean not because I'm good looking. That's the saddest thing.
There might be two.
No, I don't think so. I wish it was like this, but it's not. It's like I'm standing out. That's the reason. I was like
Sometimes they look at you and look at me and look at you again.
back and forth many times. And I got the other looks as well, up and down as well. It's like this guy, this lady, this guy, this lady. Okay.
I actually don't know why they look. Don't know, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Curiosity, wondering how happened, why this happened, whatever.
And I think it was about a year ago or a year and a half ago, we were on a bus and there was a guy looking at you because in this town, there are not many foreigners, So I think for him, it was a little bit.
Not many, zero. The exact amount is zero.
Hey, sometimes you spot a couple of foreigners. This morning, we went to a cafe and then we saw.
Yeah, but he looked lost. He was like a little bit confused where to go.
Come
or
on, look
something,
like
I
he
guess.
lives here.
Maybe. Okay. Then there's maybe, I don't know, percentage-wise, I don't know, it's still zero because it's like such a small number that it statistically not affect the thing.
Anyway, we're on a town bus. Town bus is like smaller bus. It goes like specific area, And I think that guy was really surprised that, oh, there was foreigner on this bus, And then he turned around and then asked me, oh, where is he from? And I said, oh, he's from Germany. And he's like, do you guys live here? First of all, it's none of your business and I don't know you. And then ask all about us, And then I said, yeah, we live here. And then he's like, seriously, you live here or visiting? And I said, we live here. Why? Oh, because I never seen foreigners around here. Okay.
I know, because he's like, here? I'm like, here? Yes, here.
And then he asked me, where do you live? I said, oh, we just live over there. Yeah, which street? And from there, I know I have to stop him because it's getting too personal.
I would already stop before,
I know.
Because like I was like...
First, I thought he's just curious. But then, which street? That's a bit too much. So I said like, look, you didn't introduce me. I was like very direct, You didn't introduce me yourself and you asked me all about us. And that's a little bit too much. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, at the end nice. He apologized to me,
I know. But
he was like, oh, I'm sorry, And I was just curious. I said, I understand, but like it's a bit too much. And he said like, oh, okay,
It can happen. And it can actually happen quite often that, people ask you direct questions straight away. And I don't know, like you don't have to answer it. That's the thing. That's what I want to say. Is like sometimes, we answer, but it's just because it's you answer, but I would not answer. That's the thing, because like, no, it's, well, I'm more direct, I'm a little bit more direct, and like, I don't really care strangers, you know what I mean?
And usually older people usually ask that kind of questions, but I was surprised because he was quite young,
Yeah,
I know,
like because he was really like...
in his 30s or something,
Because he was really like curious or something. Anyway, you don't have to answer. That's my point, right? Because like people think like, you have to expect it because you cannot avoid it. You know what I mean? Like if you go somewhere and you meet people and you going around or something, or with other people or something like this, it can happen, right? Just that because it's happened, I just want to say that like, hey, you do not have to answer. It's just that, well, same like in your country probably as well, right? If it's too personal, you do not have to answer, right?
If you want to just, have a small chat, it's totally up to you. But
it's up to you, it's just that like in New Zealand or somewhere, or like in Germany as well, you don't expect that kind of question, right? It's like no one going to come up to you and ask you directly, like that kind of stuff, right? So you can walk around maybe initially like, hey, I'm fine, right? But here, you have to maybe expect that you get that kind of question.
Not on a daily basis, but sometimes. So you will be quite surprised, but
happens.
Anyway, it happens. Yeah.
What else? What else is there? We have like a little notes here this time, it's like we're getting better with this,
Don't call older people by their name.
Yeah, don't call older people by their name. I think this is like a thing that we actually don't do as well.
Oh, in Germany?
Yeah, we don't do as well. We don't call, hey, Frank, or whatever. It depends. It depends. If it's a neighbor or something like this, we say, hey, Mr.
Oh, of course.
Thing like this, right? But we also don't say to our neighbor or something like this, just because it's an older person, we also don't say, hey, grandpa or something like that. Like generic thing. We just call them by their name, but by their family name, right? We say, hey, Mr. Smith or Mr. Something, right?
We just say, hi, grandpa, hi, grandma. Or we don't really call their last name or first name or anything like that.
Yeah, here it's like more common, like you say auntie or that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like more in like a nice or cute way, I would say.
And
like
if
that kind of thing.
someone is older than you, if it's a woman, you say 언니. If it's a guy, 오빠. And actually, not knowing someone's name is also very common.
True.
For example, because you always call their title, So in the end, maybe you've been known this person for 6 months, but maybe you don't know their name. It can happen, I'm not saying that that's all happening all the time, but it can happen.
Remember, I don't know refuge's name.
Our favorite cafe owner?
Yeah.
I always call him 사장님.
I call him sexy. And I don't know, like...
사장님 means owner. Hello, owner, I know. It sounds really strange. I know that. But
me too. But it's like this,
Because he is our friend, but not friend. How do we... Because still...
Acquaintance.
No, acquaintance is like
different.
not close.
It's true. It's
no,
different.
That one's definitely not. Because we visit him all the time, but we still going as a customer/friend, and
Yeah.
he's also shop owner.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so
know.
I always
like, I give him nicknames. Because sometimes I don't know, like, oh my gosh, like, oh, so great, right? And it's
you
like
always call him sexy.
I call
You're
him
different.
sexy or like, oh my gosh, sex bomb or I don't know. I like, because like I come in there and it's like I'm so stunned, it's like, oh my gosh, look at this great looks, right? And I give him names, but that's just because like it's like a friendly thing.
Yeah. My point is that I don't call him by his name. I always call him
too.
사장님. I call him by his title still, And when we met our like kind of new neighborhood friend, that electrician, I still call him 사장님. They all 사장님. I don't call him by his name, so it's a thing.
It's
Yeah.
a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
I have a fun thing here. There's like not on the list. It's like a little bit more down, but I like this one. I like this one because this one is maybe not super thing in Korea or something like this, because it's in other Asian countries as well. But here maybe it's a little bit more extreme or something. That elevator competition, elevator door competition. I love this one.
Elevator door competition.
I love this one because it's just pressing a button, and I love it.
Hey, actually, you always press the close button.
Yeah, because I don't want people to come in. It's like it just takes time. Seriously, the elevator here is already super slow. Going up and down and closing the door is already extremely slow. And then people like try to sneak in still, right? It's like I'm smashing that button as everyone else as well. So I got used to it. You see, I'm Koreanized like this.
But you did that back in New Zealand as well.
Not as often.
Anyway, in Korea, hitting the close button, door button, it's a thing, Like we don't wait.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's fine. Even
Couple
if
of
you see
times.
people coming, just you do it a little bit more on the
But
right?
I think every other country's also same,
I feel
no?
like here's a little bit more extreme maybe. Because other places, you hold the door in a way, so you open, you press the open button, But here's many times it's more like other way.
It was not on the list actually, but speaking of holding doors, here we don't really hold doors that
No one
often.
holds doors.
Especially,
holds doors.
when you're entering a department store, going into a shop, cafe, or whatever, wherever. Usually people open the door and then enter, but don't really look back if somebody is coming or not.
So be careful of that, because it's sometimes it's kind of dangerous, right? Because they really don't care, because some doors actually quite heavy, glass door, metal door, like it's true, like because they only open the door for themselves. Oh, that one, like it gives me one thing to say. I don't know if you like it or not, but there's one thing you have to be careful. Have a look, the people sneaking into a door.
That one.
This is like a common thing. I never seen this one before. I only saw this one here.
Because he was holding the door for me, and then somebody actually go in front of me.
Yeah, this just go in front of the things.
Sometimes they're like,
you like what's other thing as well is like, because no one holds the door for anyone, right? They just open the door for themselves and they just slam the
but
door.
sometimes we saw a few, and you were like, "Oh, thank you so much."
It's honey, I'm living here 3 years, and it was like I can, in one hand I can count this experience, But I'm like, yeah, when you go somewhere, don't expect that somebody holding the door for you, right? That's one thing. And that it can happen that you open the door and somebody tries to sneak in because they don't want to open the door. I don't know what it is that
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to touch
they
the
don't
door
want to
handle.
touch it.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, as long as the door is a little bit still open or something, they sneak in. They try to sneak there in, and it's like this. It's
I
really
don't know what it is, because
I
it's
don't
so
know too.
uncomfortable, isn't it?
I
Even
know.
for them.
It's really weird.
Because it's like so narrow when you
they
try to go
even,
between.
like snake through, like really slip through the door and don't want to touch it at all, and it happens a lot, Yeah.
True.
So that's another kind of thing that I don't know, haven't seen it, but be aware of this door culture, I guess.
Door pressure. No, not holding the doors.
Yeah, but there was the elevator door as well. But that one is okay. Everybody is on the same page on this one. Like, except the ones that want to get into the elevator. They are maybe like, shit, but I know my culture. It's like this. But everybody is okay with this. So it's just like, tick, 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 tick. It's fine.
And you liked it too.
I have a new shirt. I'm wearing this one
This is almost like a jacket.
Yeah, jacket, shirt kind of thing. I don't know. I thought that like maybe looks nice. I know on the podcast you don't see it, but on YouTube you maybe see it. But it's maybe nice. But now it makes noises. I jingle a little bit, Maybe it's
You're
not the best
always
choice.
jingle.
Maybe it's not the best choice for podcasts. It's like, hey, What else do we have?
Another one, because you jumped to the door thing. But anyway, what I wanted to say was that...
what is a fun one in between? I want to put a fun one in between.
Yeah, true. Commenting on your look.
Yes.
Because here...
And not the compliments.
Oh, yeah. I think I would say it's almost like giving you advice or like just...
Opinion.
Opinion or conversation starter. Like, for example, you have a pimple on your nose. You look very tired today. You have dark circle under your...
Is it a conversation starter? Or is it more
I don't know. For example, when I was in New Zealand, I was at work and then one of my colleagues came in the morning and then I just called Jessica, okay? Just random name. Hey, Jessica, what happened? You look really tired. And she was like, Rachel, why did you say that to me? And I was like, what's wrong? It's like, that means that I look shit. I said, no, that's not what I meant. I said, you look really tired. So maybe it was for me conversation starter. Maybe something happened overnight. Maybe she's worried about something. So I'm asking what happened. But then she only took it as offensive.
Because in Western culture, it might be like a thing where depends on who you talk to. Depends who you talk to. You maybe can say this and it's like, it's nice, or maybe you actually, a little bit worried or something, right? Because like, you're tired, maybe, take a rest or something like this because you look tired, right? It's like, you could be tired, right? Like, well, if you're tired, you do look that way, right? And I know, I only say because like that we don't say that often, right? But here it can be quite, that you get this, what was the one with the head? You have a small head. Is that,
you have
I would say this
face.
is kind of insulting.
You have small head, you have a small face. It's very good compliment.
It's a compliment, yeah. If you have a small head with, I don't know. It's here it's like a thing. Here it's seen as being direct, right? And try to improve your looks, even though you can't, it's like, hey, your nose is too big. And it's like, what am I supposed to do about it, And like, I just try to help you look better somehow, or like this, right? But yeah, your nose is too big. Oh, thank you very much. And it's also a thing, right? It's like, that people point out stuff quite directly, right?
A long time ago, one of my friends suggested me like, don't you want to do nose job or things like this, She was just saying it like, maybe it might be good for you, to have a nose job or whatever.
Because your nose is not that great, obviously. I mean,
I love my nose.
Yeah.
Anyway, things like this. She didn't mean to offend me. She just like, nicely suggesting.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's
things
a thing.
Like this,
it's a thing.
But between close friends, maybe it's okay. But sometimes when you're not really close to somebody, you still say that, out loud.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen as well. So be prepared.
And they didn't mean in general. Most of the time, they're not trying to be mean. They just say things directly.
But that's the thing. It blurs the line sometimes. It
True.
blurs the line because you don't know what they mean, what when you say that kind of stuff, right?
Why are you doing this?
Because A, B, I don't know. Rapper jacket, rapper moves. Don't know. It blurs the line, from between there, so you don't really know, right? Because people that close, they can say this like that, that kind of stuff, right? And then they just mean that they are direct and like that it's helpful, but actually it's not many times, right? So if you have a small head.
Good for you. It's a good compliment.
Yeah, or, try to fix it, I guess.
Paying culture. If someone pays, like, when
that
friends...
one is funny.
When people go out, friends or colleagues or whatever, when you go out, usually, if someone pays, you probably pay next time. Like I pay this time and then you pay next time. It's very common. We don't really split the bills.
Yeah, here it's not that common. And that's the funny thing, because I've seen a lot of times arguing and fighting about it. Because everybody wants to pay because it looks better to other people, right?
Take my card.
So,
No,
yes.
I will pay this time. No, I will pay. No, I will pay.
Especially when the bill is lower, right? It's true. Remember last time the lady is like, I pay. It's on me. Everybody Americano, right? It's like no choice, right? Like, what do you want for coffee? No, it's gonna be Americano.
They come there very often.
They come there very often. I know, but it's a thing.
How do we know they come there often? Because we go there very often.
Yeah, we go there often as well. True, but it's like a thing, right? There's like many arguments, right? That like back and forth and like a little bit fighting because like, it looks better, right? It looks better when you the one who paying, right? So you want to pay or everybody wants to pay, right? And then, well, since you paid this time, then, it should be usually that's the next one pays next time, right?
Because
Somewhere else.
we don't really
Or you fight again.
we don't really go Dutch. We don't really split the bills. I know the young ones, they do that, because it's getting more people paying their own things, and one person pays and somebody, they just send you money, the difference.
Or maybe we should say this or mention it, because actually those rules are like a little bit start to change. Because like we're talking about, okay, we don't know your age, but if you expect to, like, older generation usually do well the old way, right? Like that kind of rules, that unspoken rules, right? That happen. But because the newer generation, they have like less money, I guess, right? So the rules are more blurry, right?
But it's not about just like less money. I think it's more about they have this idea. I pay for mine, you pay for yours.
No, I mean, well, because it changes. I mean, like the generation change, right? And they have like different thinking or something. So it's like depends on who you met. Older generations probably older rules, I guess, right? And newer generations is like a little bit more loose, right?
I would say
so it's okay when you split the bill. But another thing that you be aware of, But as a guest, you probably may be fine. You may be not the one who paying. So that's that, right?
And another thing is that sharing food is expected.
Yes. You don't have your own food. You go to a restaurant, you do not have your own food. You don't eat, like, usually everything is shared.
It's not really fixed thing,
It's not really fixed thing, true. It's not fixed.
But in general, usually.
Many times, yeah.
Yeah, many times we're expecting that we order a bunch of different food and then we put in the middle and then we share. We have our own little bowl or little plate. So you can just put in your plate and then you eat. But it's mostly sharing. We don't really have your own meal just for yourself.
I think it depends a little bit on the restaurant as well, where you go, like what you like things. But usually, yeah, it's true. Like most places where you go, like basically all Korean places for sure like this, because already side dishes already in the middle. There's no side dishes for you.
No.
It's side dishes as in like they put it in the middle. Even when the waitress comes, right, or whatever organizes the table, right, they're just putting everything in the middle first, and then you get like whatever you ordered else, right? Because side dishes you get for free, or like it's common, right? So they bring this one definitely gonna be there. And then even if it's 4 people, it could happen that there's just 2 plates or 2 bowls with kimchi or something like this, right? Because it's like a bigger bowl, and well, it's expected to share, right? And you have like radish there, or you have like this kimchi and like all that kind of stuff. And then you get your hot food, which also depends on what you order, where you go. It could be also just one big pan or one big bowl or something like this, right? And you get like little side bowls, which they bring usually with the side dishes, right? So they put the side dishes and then you get like an empty bowl, right? Or an empty plate or something like this. That's for you because the food comes later, and they just put it in the middle as well. And then you just get the food from there, put it on your little bowl, and eat from there. So it's all shared, right?
I mean, even think about it. Like we go to Italian restaurant, you can order, like, for example, pasta for yourself, but we don't really do that. We always ask your friends or other people that on the table, like, oh, okay, let's have cream pasta. Since we have cream pasta, let's go for something a little bit spicy or things like this. We actually think what we can eat all together. Because otherwise, I will have carbonara, I'll have carbonara as well, But then you end up having 3 same food.
Which is fine as well.
I know which is fine.
That's how restaurants work,
I know which is fine. But here we like to try different things because it's a kind of opportunity for you to try 3 different dishes because there are 3 people. Then you can taste more.
I know, but that's a kind of thing that depends on it's a cultural difference, right? Because like here they wanna share maybe other ones, right? Or like try different things because other places they just go because they're hungry and they want to eat something and they eat what they want to eat, what they like. Because just because you order something else, that does not mean, or like you like something spicy, I can't eat spicy. That like well, you order spicy, I do not order spicy, and then you don't share, and then problem solved, right? But here it's like,
We
well,
usually like, oh, you don't need spicy, then let's order less spicy version. You know, like things like that. We still consider it, but still think for everyone, you know?
yeah, I know. That's the thing. So it's like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. You know, depends on what. I mean, same thing. It's common, right?
It's
But
common.
it's not 100% all the time. You can order your own food if you want to, right? You don't have to share, right? And it's not like people don't accept that fact, right? Because you know you come from a different culture and you like coming here and then like you're doing it your way, right? It's not like that. Oh, they're gonna be like, hey, oh, I'm never gonna eat with him or something like this, right? It's just that be prepared. I would
Prepare.
say, yeah.
You know, last time, I think many times when we go to a restaurant, if you like certain food, it's like, oh, it tastes really nice. Maybe it's for me.
Yeah, it's me as well. I'm quite direct, right? Like what did you order? It's not that nice, you know. That's your problem because you could have ordered something that you like more, right? And you just order it because you wanted to try it. Well, you know, now you're stuck with it. You know, I have my one because I'm very simple, right? It's like I'm not always experimental. That's the thing, right? I like cafe latte. I don't always drink something else, right? Like that kind of thing. And with my food as well. If I know I go to a certain restaurant and I see like, oh, there's this pasta or there's this pasta. Oh, I like this pasta. I order this pasta because.
But you're
that one,
very
like,
generous. If you don't like that food, you're like, oh, have some
well, you
to
know,
try.
I know the culture as well. I know the culture as well, right? It's like there you go.
But do you think like after living here for 3 years, you are good at it? Like knowing certain things, like certain social behavior, what to do, what not to do, things like that?
I do, but I also certain things, like I said, I still don't care.
You still don't care?
Like you know, mostly with that personal questions, I still like you
but
know.
You know, you don't have to deal with it because they ask me,
They
not
ask
you.
you, I know, but like same thing, right? Like the things is like, yeah, it's still none of their business, you know. And like I still believe because it's like it has nothing to do with maybe with culture or something like this. I don't know. It's like because it's really not their business, you know. So I'm still uncomfortable with it, you know. It's like doesn't things. So I like this. I know it doesn't bother me, you know, but I'm also like that. Yeah, well, none of your business, and
To be honest,
I just move on, you know. I just
it
I'm
doesn't
fine.
bother me at all because it's because I don't have to answer or I don't have to.
No, because like normally maybe you was like, oh, this is so rude or something, right? Like how can you, you know, like this, and then like oh, storm off or whatever, right? No, I'm fine. I'm like totally fine, right? It's like I know it's like it happens, you know, it happens many times, but you know, it's like hey, I just move on. That's all. It's like that's it.
True.
But other than this, like all the other stuff, I'm also fine, you know. Food, I like the same thing. I do, you know, go with friends and things like this. But my friends probably also know that like I like my food as well. So it's like, you know, depends, you know, like the thing. But same thing. It's like all usually we always eat more than we order more than we actually eat or something like this, right? Because it's also kind of common thing that you have a lot of food actually, right? You can't really even finish everything, right? When we go chicken or something like this, right? You order almost like one portion of chicken is usually too much for one person, right? And then we order 2 or 3 because like we kind of like other chicken as well, right? You have a spicy one and non-spicy and one with soy sauce or whatever, right? And like, or you have like 3 chicken, even though it's like 4 people, that's way more than you maybe can eat. So you have like a little bit left over. Yeah, then
When
it's
it's
nice,
full, it's
right? Yeah,
nice.
then it's nice, right? Because like, yeah, every of the chicken is nice, so I don't care, right? But it's like this, right? So no, I know how it is, and I'm not rude that like, oh, you want to try the chicken that I like or whatever, right? It's like no, it's fine, you know. I like.
Oh, by the way, speaking of chicken, I know I just remember, okay, we order 1 chicken and then you and me eating, and there are 2 2 drumsticks. It's 1 for you and 1 for me, not 2 for you. That's the rule, okay?
But you don't like drumsticks.
I'm saying in general, I know I like wings. I'm saying between us, we know you
Then
like
you're fine.
You like drums, I like wings, it's okay. But think about it. You're going out with your friend and there's 1 fried chicken and there's 2 drums. It's 1 for you and 1 for him, 1 for her, okay?
Yeah.
No. That's rule here in Korea. You don't eat 2 drums. You eat 1 drum. stick.
Or I choose the foreign bonus card because everybody is like,
It's not a bonus card.
it's
Why
bonus
is it
card.
bonus
It's
card?
foreigner bonus card.
No,
Because
no,
as
there's
in,
no
like,
such a thing. No.
Yes, I was like,
No.
I don't know, like everybody nice to foreigners, you know, everybody like nice to like, oh, you don't know the culture. And it's like, yes, even after 3.5 years, I still don't know the culture. And it's like, you know, if you ask, right, it's like, hey, you guys like the drumstick? Oh, no, please, please have it. It's like, oh, thank you very much.
Most people like drumsticks.
But when you ask them, they're going to say no.
It's just you're so lucky they are like wings, you know?
No. I'm talking about other people. Like that's the thing.
I know.
That's the foreign bonus card. The ace up your sleeve. You know that like, hey, do you guys, anyone want to have the drumstick? You know, the second drumstick. No. Please have it. Thank you very much. Like this, smart. You see?
Wow. Really wow.
So you see, I'm long enough here to know how to bend the rule. That's my point. Like
The
this.
way you want it.
Yeah, because I like drumsticks. There you go.
Anyway, there are even more, I know, but maybe we can talk about this later. But for today, I think that's about it.
There's like, is there? No, we have like, what else do we have? The stranger thing.
What's stranger
We
thing?
we didn't say that we don't introduce strangers to your friends.
That one is...
Well, that's like we always introduce people because it's rude not to introduce.
So for example, let's say me and my friend walking on the street and then I run into my friend and we said, oh my God, long time no see, how are you? And then we talk like nonstop and I don't introduce this person to my friend. It's very common.
For us, it's very rude.
I know.
Because there's somebody
This person
with
become
you.
very invisible.
Yeah.
Because
Here's a comment, but yeah, it's extremely
maybe
rude.
changed, but as far as I know, we still do that because she doesn't know her, so I don't know. It's like I know now. I know it's a little bit weird to me, but it's very common here. We don't introduce.
This is like a big thing, actually, like a big thing that is like different from, because all the other ones like a little bit sometimes similar thing, right? Like telling you, you're tired
Did
or
I
that kind of thing.
explain clearly here?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even we, like we walking on the street or something, as a couple or whatever, and you just meet somebody else, right? Like you meet my friend or whatever.
You know, this one I have to introduce. They're gonna be like, "Who's this guy?" They're gonna ask me first.
I know, but in my culture, you always introduce, just mention, because it's not introducing that like, hey, you guys talk, it's not like this, like go for it, right? Like it's not. It's just that the acknowledgement that there is a person,
But-
because they are still with you, they're
know.
still there, right?
I
So
know.
you just mention, hey, this is my friend, or this is my auntie, or whatever. Like it could be like whoever it is with you, right? You're like, you still with somebody, right? You just mention that person to the one that you met. That's
I
just
understand now.
just the acknowledgement that hey, this,
But-
by the way, this is my auntie. That's it, like that.
Surprisingly, she won't be offended that she was not introduced. Because she's like, oh, okay, I don't know that person. Okay, I give you guys like few minutes. You guys can just catch up. It's like, oh, how are you? Like long time no see, blah, 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 blah. Okay, see you next time. Okay, text me later. Bye. And then after we finish, she's going to ask me, oh, who is she? Oh, she's my old friend, blah, blah, blah. And it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
totally
It's just like, maybe weird. I don't know. Like, is it because it's different, right?
Now it's weird to me not introducing somebody, because if in the same situation, I will definitely say, oh, this is my friend Jess and this is Susie, whatever, I will do that now, but still, we don't really introduce.
Because normally, like when I come or something, or like see with your friends, or like somebody you met, it's like always like say hello as well, or something like this, right? Or like many times I say hello or something like this, right? Because it's like it's kind of weird for me as well to like not say anything as well, right? So I think it's like, but it can happen. Like if you with somebody and walking around and they don't introduce you, it's like it's normal thing. It's not really that it's bad or anything like that. I mean, as in like rude or something. They do not try to be rude, that like they don't want to like. It's just common here.
But I think for foreigners it's a little bit different, because like you are not Korean, so I will, or somebody will definitely introduce you to someone else,
Probably.
Yeah.
I just saying that if it doesn't happen, it is a common thing here.
It's not
It is
like
common thing,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not that like they don't want to introduce you or something like this. It's just that be aware that it could happen and it's not meant to be against you or something like this.
No.
It's just that it's no one introduce anyone. That's all it is, you know. So yeah, it's common thing. But it's like it's different, you know. Oh, that's pretty much it. That's
Yeah.
like the normal the most common things.
Maybe other things will come up in the future and then we can talk about it again. But that's all for today.
That's all for today. I still like this button smashing thing.
You mean closing the elevator?
Oh, maybe one time, next time I can come up with like, because I shared that one last drumstick getting thing, right? Next time maybe I can come up with like what else I have, how to get other stuff that you maybe don't normally get or something like this, right? Like, you know, play your foreign card, that one. If you play cards, use that card, like that.
Really, wow.
Yeah, well, you know, why not? Like advantage, you know what I mean? World is a tough place. You take everything that, hey, even if it's just little thing like drumsticks. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Thank you
See
for
you next
watching
week.
today. See you next week. Bye.